All right. This is the point that everyone's been, I guess, waiting for. Adam, you just saw it literally like an hour and a half ago.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Infinity War. Spoiler-filled review. Adam, you just said it.
Ghost Rider was my favorite character.
Ghost Rider would have made that movie the best thing ever.
No, all right, so this fucking dickhead.
Like, you want to explain my story part first?
Well, I was just going to tell them what you did.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so this fucking dickhead puts a picture of like a Ghost Rider standing next to Steve Rogers as Captain America
on Facebook,
and I had been avoiding any information about the film at all. So I'm like, holy fuck, there's a Ghost Rider cameo? So I get to the end of the film, I see the first post-credit scene, and then the rest of the credits go, the screen shuts off, and the lights come on. I'm like, where the fuck is Ghost Rider? I was so fucking excited because of this fucking asshole. And he wasn't in the film.
Of course he wasn't in the fucking film. It's Ghost Rider, man. It's Ghost Rider.
Fucking Ghost Rider kicks ass.
Okay. So, that's so funny. I love that story.
Yeah.
His
girlfriend, because I sent you a text message out of the film, I'm like, where was the Ghost Rider scene? And he showed his girlfriend. I guess she thought that was pretty funny.
It was. Too. Yeah, well, no, what happened was we went and saw the movie, okay? And I was asking her prior, oh my God, that's so fucking funny to me. Yeah. I asked her prior, I said, hey, what shirt are you wearing to the Infinity War? She's like, oh, I'm going to wear the Winter Soldier shirt. I'm like, okay. What should I wear? And I went through all my, like, Marvel t-shirts, and I'm like, she's like, you should wear the Daredevil one. So I'm like, okay, I'll wear Daredevil to the movie that I know he's not going to be in it, but I think it's funny. And so we watched the movie, and we loved it, and we were watching the credits kind of roll up, waiting for the post-credit. And I looked over, and I'm like, what'd you think? She's like, oh, that movie was really good. I'm like, yeah, the movie was good, but where the fuck was Daredevil? And she just started laughing. And then we just started like, yeah, I thought the Defenders were going to be in this movie. Like, we just really sarcastically started going. And then it got to a point where we were like, man, I thought Ghost Rider was going to be in this movie. Like, someone who would not be in the movie. And then it just was like, man, wouldn't that movie have been great if Ghost Rider
Fuck you. I love Ghost Rider.
So, I waited a couple days to make it believable.
Yeah.
That I just posted this picture. It actually is a really good Photoshop.
Yeah, it is.
It really is believable.
That's why I fucking fell for it.
Yeah, but and I just put like, man, what a great cameo. Was not expecting that at all. Hashtag Infinity War. Hashtag Ghost Rider is the shit. And Adam, I guess, saw it and believed it, and I think that's really
I didn't even
funny.
know that he posted it. I just saw it scrolling through Facebook, and then I texted him, and I was like, I heard that Ghost Rider was supposed to be in it. I read somewhere online, because I saw it on Facebook, and he thought that was hilarious because he had posted that, and he's a fucking piece of shit.
So funny. Oh, I love it. No, Ghost Rider's not going to be in the fucking movie. Why would you think Ghost Rider is going to be in it?
Because he's fucking awesome.
Oh my God, Ghost Rider's so stupid.
No, Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider's stupid, and I still like those movies.
Ghost Rider is cool looking. He is the perfect definition of all style, no substance. He's a skeleton man that rides a motorcycle that sucks souls out.
Fucking awesome.
Oh my God.
Fucking Ghost skeleton man that rides a motorcycle? That's badass.
Oh, I love it. It's so fucking funny that you thought he was... I mean, I didn't think that anything... Oh, I thought you weren't serious. I was like sitting there like, is he serious? Like,
no, I was deadly fucking serious.
I'm like sitting there. I'm like, is he serious? Is he really? Did he really believe that Ghost Rider was gonna be in it? And then he just like, yeah. I call him. And he's like, there wasn't no fucking Ghost Rider in it, man. I'm like, so good. All right, but enough with the Ghost Rider talk. That's so funny. Adam, you loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. It was great.
I really loved it too. I really, really liked it. It is an exhausting movie. I felt like I got kicked in my chest after watching it. Yeah. I'm like, oh man.
It was tiring.
There's nothing. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes of just boom, 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 boom. You don't get a chance to breathe.
Yeah.
Ever.
There is character development in the film, and it's almost all centered around Thanos.
Thanos is incredible in that movie.
One of the best villains they wrote.
I think one of the best villains ever in film history. He's got to be. that movie it's his movie.
Yeah.
And he kills half the people. Spoiler alert for our people who have not gotten that there's a big spoiler at the top of the screen here. But he fucking kills half the population. He wins. The
entire universe.
He wins.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, there's just so much to go on about this movie. It's insane.
Here's the thing. Everybody who died is coming back.
Oh yeah. You think the Russo...
Sebastian Stan has multiple films left in his contract.
Well, yeah, that's the first one you go with? How about the fact that
Spider-Man.
They killed Black Panther.
They killed Black Panther, one of the most successful franchises
you think have. I think the Russo brothers came in and were like, hey, we're thinking of permanently killing off Black Panther. Kevin Feige
would have told him to fuck off.
Kevin Feige would have been like, get the fuck out of my office. Get the fuck out of here. You want to kill off that $1 billion franchise? Fuck you.
Yeah.
So
right after we fucking just cracked the bottle open, let's just pour it out.
Yeah. Let's just pour it out. Like we just put out a character that is now like the 5th or 6th highest grossing film of all time, and you want to kill him off? Man, you can go look for a new goddamn job.
Yeah.
Dude, how heart-wrenching, though, was that scene with Spider-Man at the end? I was, sitting there, I was like, oh, my God. Him, crying, I don't want to go. I don't feel good. This is weird. And, I mean, and it sucks.
I'm scared, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a kid.
He's a kid.
He's still a kid.
He's not even out of high school. And
well, Tony, I mean, in real life he is, but...
Well, yeah, but he doesn't look like it.
No.
But Tony then feeling guilty. But to be honest, if he would have stayed on Earth like he was told to, he probably would have gotten disintegrated anyway. I mean,
yeah, because it's I think it just selected people at random. 50 doesn't matter about their morality. Doesn't matter about their.
I think this is kind of an interesting little fact. All the people that are left are essentially only original Avengers. You got to think: Thor is alive, Black Widow is alive, Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk. We don't know where Hawkeye is.
War Machine.
He's not an original Avenger. He was not an original Avenger.
Well, maybe he's alive.
He is alive, but But I'm just saying that it's coincidental that all the original Avengers still are alive. Like, I was sitting there, I'm like, they better not fucking get rid of Steve Rogers. And the whole entire time, Katie was looking at me. She's like, I think Steve Rogers is dead. I'm like, no, he ain't going down at least without that original shield.
Yeah. You
ain't fucking taking Captain America and Wakandan shields, no. If Captain America's going to die, he's going to go out with his shield. No doubt.
So he kind of was the Nomad.
Yeah, he pretty much is the Nomad.
They just kept calling him Captain America.
I don't even think they ever called him.
Yeah, they do.
Well, what? Like, you mean like, hey, where's Captain America? Because Bruce Banner doesn't know what's going on. And he says
No. War Machine calls him Cap.
Maybe he just doesn't go by the moniker, because it seems like...
Well, I mean, but I guess what I'm saying is, like, he was clearly living the life of Nomad. He wasn't working for the U.S. government. He's traveling all over the world. He's kind of a fugitive.
Yeah, him and Black Widow are clearly just doing their own thing.
Yeah, so he was living the life of the Nomad. He just wasn't being called the Nomad.
Yeah, I mean, I think even in the credits it says Steve Rogers, Captain America.
Yeah.
Like, they aren't just going to...
I think they probably didn't call him the Nomad because most film goers, like you said, know the characters from the films and don't know the Nomad storyline.
Yeah, so I would love if they won't, but I would love if they did a Captain America like in between what he was doing, but they won't. But what are some of the standouts of the movie? What were ones where like blowing your mind?
It was okay. So this is pretty late in the film, but Red Skull is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Which
played,
not Hugo Weaving.
No, it's a guy from The Walking Dead who's really good at impersonations.
Yeah,
and I was like, there were a lot of people who thought that was actually. I thought it was until I looked it up. Yeah,
I thought it was until I saw him in the credits.
I never thought that Red Skull was dead ever. I just kind of was like,
no, I knew he wasn't, but I just like it was
that whole thing with Hugo Weaving being like, they got me under contract, but I don't think they're going to really force me to do it if I don't want to. And I just was like, oh, well, that sucks because now we're never going to see Red Skull again, and now there's a possibility that we get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love Red Skull to come back because Red Skull is an underappreciated villain. I thought he was great.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really cool moment. I'm going to say one of the moments that I thought was a real cool standout was the scene in the Collectors where it's all normal and then it like fades away and then it's all fire and shit.
Because he was using the reality stone to
a
different reality.
That he had got. Dude, Star-Lord's kind of a dick. I love Star-Lord, but
Star-Lord fucked the whole movie up.
Yeah, but
in one line.
Can I say? Oh, in one line?
Yeah, they're about to rip off the fucking Infinity Gauntlet, and he starts punching the shit out of him, and it allows him to get the Infinity Gauntlet back.
Oh, yeah. Well, here, can I... A lot of people said that doesn't sound like Star-Lord. That's not something Star-Lord would do. To the defense. Now, yes, he did fuck everything up. He doomed the whole universe, and I get that. Now, there are two things I have a possibility to. One, I'm going to say in defense of Peter Quill, he is immature. And he
totally is.
And he has a temper. I understand, like, couldn't you wait to get the Infinity Gauntlet, then just go fucking beat the shit out of him? Like,
yeah, then you could have put the Infinity Gauntlet on and went fucking ham.
Yeah, you could have gone insane. Now, here's the other thing I'm going to throw to you. Doctor Strange says there's only one instance where we win. Now, a lot of people are sitting there saying, well, Star-Lord fucked it up. What if that was the only way? Like...
It clearly is the only way.
Like, that he saw...
Before he disappears, he says, we're in the end game now.
Yeah. Because he knows that was going to happen. He knew that was what was going to play out. And in order to stop it, he had to let half the universe die, and then that they would come and do their whole thing. That's what I don't think a lot of people are thinking about right now.
Yeah.
They think that the one plan was, that's how they do it. But in every situation, that's the one that plays out. That, yeah, now we're in the end game. I'm glad that you caught that, because I sat there, I'm like, I think that's what he means. Like, we're not this one plan that makes us all survive, that was not it, and it just got fucked up. I think that he knew that was going to happen. That's why he had to give up the stone, because he knew that, well, if Tony dies, he's just going to get this stone anyway.
Yeah.
But if I keep Tony alive, you keep the whole entire thing. I totally thought that Tony was dead there. When he gets stabbed in, like, the fucking abdomen, man. Yeah. Like, how do you fucking come back from that? But when Thanos looks at him, he's just like, I know who you are. Like, and I hope they remember you whenever this is all said and done. If you survive this, I hope they remember you. I love that. That line is so dope. And I just think that Thanos is just such a good villain. Mm-hmm. And it goes back to the long-standing thing is the best villains are always the ones that think they're doing the right thing.
Yep. And
you know that he doesn't want to kill everybody, but he realizes that it needs to be done. They ask him, they're like, this is your home world? Yeah, it used to be beautiful. And then I suggested that we kill half the population. They thought I was crazy and they got rid of me. Well, what happened? Everybody starved and war broke out because they couldn't figure shit out. And, like, there is an idea behind it that's not, like, it's crazy, but it makes sense. And he talks to Gamora.
Yeah, I would say it's logical but not moral.
Yeah. Or, yeah, like... Yeah, it's practical, not practical, but not moral. Like, if you kill half a population, yeah, sure, you solve a lot of issues, but you're an asshole. You're a monster.
Yeah, you could have put that energy into trying to find a solution.
Yeah, like whenever he's talking with Gamora, and she's like, yeah, you killed half the population. Well, look at them now. They're doing amazing.
Yeah.
Because of it. So, oh, man, the Iron Spider suit I thought was going to suck. I loved it.
It was awesome.
I love the Iron Spider. I love that they added those claws. Once again, though, spoiled for me by Sideshow Collectibles.
Yeah, and Hot Toys.
Hot Toys also ruined the fact that I knew that Thanos would get all the stones. Because they show him at the gauntlet and all of the stones are in there. I was like, yep, well, that's clearly showing that he's going to get it. I was kind of bummed. I was really bummed that I knew about those arms, those extra arms, because whenever he's saving Doctor Strange and those arms come out, I was like, oh, that's so fucking cool that they put the arms in there. The Guardians and Thor. I'll say that the one part that I wasn't. I had one issue. It's when Thor's rebuilding his hammer. I was feeling a little drained at that point. And I felt like I was like, do we really
what was draining you?
Awesomeness?
That wizard's from the moon.
Oh, I know. That wizard's... I know. Is it funny that Peter Dinklage is just playing a giant dwarf?
Yeah.
In that? Like, he's actually referred to as a dwarf? Yeah. Like, I don't understand how they're calling him a dwarf when they're giant. That seems very...
Well... Proportionally, he's a dwarf, but size-wise, he's a...
Is that kind of what they're saying?
I'm guessing.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's a dwarf giant? He's a giant dwarf? I don't know.
No, I think he's like just a dwarf. Because, I mean, like I'm saying, proportionally, he has the proportions of a dwarfed person, but he is large in size.
Okay.
Which they did that all with fucking CG and shit.
Yeah, no, I mean... I thought that was where I was like, oh, okay, this is the one scene I really don't care about. That's about the only time when the movie dragged for me. I mean, did it drag for you at any points?
Dude. Once he got that fucking new hammer, I was like, oh shit, it's fucking
Stormbringer. Is that what it is?
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker. Oh yeah, when he fucking slams that thing into his chest, and he's just like, I was like, oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you should have aimed for my head. I was like, oh, fuck. Man, the movie, I think that the movie was 10 years worth it. It is just, it did everything I wanted. Mm-hmm. Do some characters get a little bit of, like a downgrade? I felt like Black Widow kind of got a downgrade, but I never thought that anybody never got their moment to shine. Even Mantis got her moments to shine. Speaking of Mantis and like the Guardians, I'm gonna say this right now. This is the funniest one they've done. This is the funniest MCU movie when it's the most serious too.
Yeah,
there are so many killer jokes in it. Mm-hmm. When like some of the standouts. This is
one of Stan Lee's best cameos in my opinion too.
You thought? I didn't think it was that good,
dude. He's a bus driver. The kids are freaking out. The one kid's like, we're all going to die. And Stan Lee's character turns around and goes, what? You never seen a spaceship before?
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I just thought it was odd. Yeah. But no, it definitely was really good.
What do you think about the rumor that Stan Lee's character keeps appearing because he's one of the Watchers?
I love that rumor. Yeah. I hope that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 where he's hanging out with the Watchers. Mm-hmm. So... he maybe becomes one. I love that theory. I think it's super cool. I love it. Okay, so what were some of the standout jokes for you?
That one was one of my favorites. Obviously, the one that was in the trailer, the I'm Spider-Man. Oh, we're using our made-up names.
Oh, I do love the one from the trailer. All right, I like your plan, except it sucks. So let me do the plan. So maybe it'll be really good.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Yeah, there's that one. That
I still think that maybe one of the greatest characters ever conceived in the MCU is Doctor Strange's cape.
Yeah,
I fucking love that cape. I've never been so hard.
I like when the cape is like trying to choke Drax, and he's like, "Get off me, blanket of death."
Drax kills it in this movie where he's just sitting there. He's like, "How long have you been standing there?"
An hour.
I'm almost completely invisible when I don't move. He's eating those chips.
Yeah.
What was it? We take names.
We kick ass, kick names and take ass.
I love the Drax and Mantis dynamic. I love it. Don't call us plucky. We don't know what that means.
Yeah, that was a good line.
One. It's like, what did he say? Like the old movie about Footloose, and he's like, is it
still one of the greatest movies of all time? And
it never was.
Like it never was.
That's such a good line. I love that. He's like, old movie like Footloose. You know Footloose? Yeah, is it still one of the greatest movies of all time? It never was.
Fucking destroyed by a teenager.
Never was. Yeah, there were so many moments in this movie where I was cracking up.
Oh, the whole time where they're talking about like their feats that they've accomplished. And is it Drax or somebody turns to Peter Quill and goes, "Tell him about the dance. You saved the universe with the dance off."
Tell him the dance off of the universe. What? That's not exactly what it was. I like that, but I also thought the funny part was like, yeah, I just lost my home world. My father just died. Found out that he imprisoned my sister in hell.
Oh yeah, he tries to one-up him.
I just watched my brother get his neck broken by Thanos. I had to kill my sister, and almost all of my people are destroyed. Yeah, well, my mom died of cancer, and I had to just kill my dad. So I mean, it's kind of like the same. It makes you kind of think like, man, Thor has seen some shit. Mm-hmm. He's really gone through shit, like hell and back.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a couple small little complaints. Obviously, these are all small stuff, but obviously, I said the part with the star and the giant dwarf and the whole Stormbreaker, that kind of dragged for me. I don't like how they retconned a lot of stuff from Ragnarok out of just nowhere, snapping the fingers. Well, the whole thing with Anthony Hopkins saying Asgard can be whatever you want it to be. And while all of Asgard's now dead, it seems. For now. Valkyrie was nowhere to be found, which that pissed me off because I loved Valkyrie. But so there's a good chance Valkyrie could be dead. Thor lost his eye and then immediately gets it back.
It's a different color though. She doesn't match.
I didn't see that it didn't match. No.
Doesn't match.
That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I thought, like, what was the point of him losing the eye to just get it back? I kind of was digging.
To make him look like Odin.
Yeah, I know, but why didn't you just keep the eye patch? I just didn't see why you couldn't have just kept the eye patch. I mean, I don't know. There was that, and then
maybe that'll be developed further because, it's a bionic eye. It might have capabilities that we don't know about yet.
That's true. And then I'm trying to think. There was something else that they retconned from another movie that I was like, oh, well, he lost his hammer and then just got it back. He didn't use any of his electricity on Thanos. It seemed like. I guess I don't understand also how he does electricity in space. Is that even possible? Is electrical fields possible in space?
Space is not actually a perfect vacuum. That's a myth, but it's relatively devoid of atoms, so it would be very difficult to conduct arcing electricity throughout space.
I mean, I guess it's a god thing, maybe.
Yeah.
So I thought that I loved the big fight scene in Wakanda. Yeah. I thought that was really well done.
There was a little bit too much shaky cam throughout that. A little bit,
but at the same time, I never
flying around. And spears crossing. And
yeah,
was too much shit.
I never really got to a point where I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I knew it was going on, but there was so much shit moving at once. You couldn't get the details of what was going on.
Yeah, I mean,
they honestly could have had somebody fighting with a giant dildo, and you wouldn't have noticed at all.
I guess so.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, trying to think if there's anything else that we can really talk. I mean, the movie's great. Any idea where it might rank on your MCU crack top 5? I thought it was better than Black Panther.
Yeah, it's better than Black Panther.
It's crazy that all these movies just somehow get better.
Yeah, I think this is the best. But I mean, this is also, you have to
Black Panther had a better story, but I just sat there, I was like, this is just exactly what I wanted from this movie.
That's what I mean. They hit all the notes they needed to hit. This is the culmination of 10 years worth of film, finally coming together.
Yeah.
So it's hard to judge it against the other films, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It is its own
Let's do it this way. Let's not count the other Marvel films, but let's count it against the other Avengers films.
Oh, it's definitely better than 2. I don't know. Yeah, it might be better than 1.
I would definitely say it's better.
You'd think it's better. I'd have to go back and rewatch. I'd like to watch them back and forth. But for the most part, I'm going to say that I still enjoy Avengers 1. I feel Avengers 1 wasn't as exhausting. That exhausting thing is big for me.
But again, I think there's
it did everything I wanted.
70 credited actors
that have
speaking
insane.
lines.
Yeah. I just think that maybe I might enjoy Avengers 1 a little bit. It's definitely better than Age of Ultron. But I don't hate Age of Ultron. I actually really liked Age of Ultron. But it's definitely, like, I'll say if right now it's the second best Avengers film. Might not be my top 5 Avengers film, but definitely top 10. 100%. Let's see. If I had to... My favorite still is Winter Soldier. It's not as good as Guardians of the Galaxy 1 for me. It's not as good as Civil War. Might be better than Spider-Man. It's tough. We need to get these lists together, but you still haven't seen all of these movies.
I think the only thing I have left is
Iron Man 2
Thor
and 3.
2 and no. No. Oh, you know what? No, yeah, I do need to see Iron Man 3. I need to see Iron Man 3. I need to see The Incredible Hulk, which, why waste my fucking time?
It's actually not that bad.
And, yeah, but why waste my time? It's not even the same actor. It's not really. It's only vaguely connected.
Well, I mean,
that's why they don't fucking go back and mention anything from it.
Yeah, they really don't. I mean, but the Thunderbolt Ross, who's in Civil War, and who is the general, he's the main part. He's the main like he's not the main antagonist, but he's definitely the thorn in Edward Norton's Hulk side.
Yeah.
He's in that movie. That's how they connect them.
And then the second Thor movie I've never seen.
Yeah, well, all you need to know, there's a reality stone in there. Thor 2 is definitely the weakest one, in my opinion. But, all right. Well, once you get those, we should maybe try to jump on those and get those out of the way, and then we can do a top list and see how ours compare. Do you know what is your favorite MCU film, just off the top of your head? Do you know?
I mean, we've said it before on the show. I can't remember what I picked before.
I can't remember what you picked either. I don't know. Was it Black Panther? Did you maybe pick Black Panther?
I think what happened was Winter Soldier moved to 2, Spider-Man is 3, and...
I think you might have said Black Panther.
Black Panther is my number 1,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this... I mean, I'm really on the fence of whether this dethrones Black Panther or not. I'm not sure.
I think it does, because I really did love Black Panther, but I just was a kid in a candy store with Infinity War, man. I just was loving it.
You know what?
I just think that the narrative is just a lot better in Black Panther, obviously.
I have to say, it doesn't. For me, it doesn't. And the reason why is there's no fucking Ghost Rider.
There's no Ghost Rider in Black Panther either.
Yeah, it doesn't need it because it has fucking the gold.
Did you really
Jaguar.
think I was that shitty, like, integrity-wise, that I would post a major spoiler like that on the weekend of its release? Did you really think I was that shitty of a person to do that?
I didn't know it was you that posted it. Like, that's what I mean. I saw it scrolling through Facebook. I didn't know it was you until you came back and was like, no, he's not in the fucking movie, lol. And I'm like, oh, you fucking asshole, it was you.
I don't use lol.
You said something that made it obvious that it was you that fucking posted that. So, yeah, you're a fucking dick.
That's so great. All right, everyone. Do you have anything, before I go into this, do you have anything else you want to throw in there about Infinity War? Or anything you want to talk about?
Let me think.
Because that's all the subjects. But we can't go into much, because if people tuned out, they're tuned out at this point. So if they're not listening for spoilers.
I don't think that there's a whole lot. I mean, obviously there's the end credit scene where they're showing off Ms. Marvel.
Yeah, which I actually think is kind of funny. I thought, that's actually a good thing. We'll do the post-credit scene. Samuel L. Jackson disappearing before he could say motherfucker is hilarious.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Well, he didn't get that far. He got motherfucker.
And
Motherfucker. That's actually great. Here's the thing, though. What would have happened if Captain Marvel got disintegrated?
Well, clearly she doesn't. She's got a fucking film coming out before the next Avengers.
I know, but both of those are based in the past. Ant-Man and the Wasp is not afterward.
You're right. Ant-Man and the Wasp is from before Infinity War.
Captain Marvel's based
in the 90s.
Or, something in the 80s or 90s, something like that.
In the 90s.
Yeah. So what would have happened if she would have disappeared? Well, I guess all the plans would have been fucked. But in that same, Doctor Strange clearly saw and said we're at the end game.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Captain Marvel. I might be more excited for Captain Marvel now than I am for Ant-Man, and I loved Ant-Man. Ant-Man is still in my top 5.
Well, Ant-Man is coming out on my birthday, but I think I might be out of town that week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.